Well, hello and welcome back. We are continuing working on our little backup script type thing. And this episode, we're going to give ourselves something a little more useful for the backup. So what we're going to do is we're going to create something that is to zip some stuff up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use shutil, which is basically shell utils. This is super simple because what we're going to do is we're going to then do, let's do this. We're going to create a method that is going to be zip and store, and it is going to be a directory and a bucket name. And what we're going to do is we're going to make an archive out of the directory. Let's give it a backup name. Let's do that. Backup name. And we're going to create a zip. And then what we're going to do is we're basically going to turn around and do a, what do we call that, save? Upload. So it's going to be upload file to S3. And that one takes a path and a bucket. So it's going to be the backup name. And then the bucket name. So let's see how this works. And then zip and store. Let's see, we're going to have one more of these. And this one's going to be, we'll call this archive. And let's do it. It's going to be the local directory and the bucket name if we take those. So if we're going to create another operation here, it's going to be archive. It's going to be zip and store. And it is going to be, how do we do that? We call it zip and store, or we call it store? Yeah, zip and store. Directory backup bucket. Okay. So directory is name. Target is the bucket. Actually, let's do this. That's going to be the file name. We'll call that archive name. And for right now, we're going to default the bucket, which is going to be this. And this will just save us dealing with that. So we come in here and we're going to do zip and store. So now what we're going to do is let's take, we're going to take this folder, including its temp, and we're going to store it. So we're going to do, what do we call this? Bucket project archive. And a local directory is going to be, let's just do this, users. We're going to do the fully path one. S3 backup. And then I want the archive name, which will be test backup. And we'll just call it that because I think we'll do it. I think it'll tack the zip on. We're going to find out. And if we do that, what is it going to say? No such file or directory test backup. So if we look here, oh, it does test backup.zip. Did it zip it up? It did. So we're going to get rid of him. And it needs to be, let's see. When it does the upload, we do zip. Where did I do that? So if we do store and zip, what it needs to do then is because we created a zip file based off of that backup name, then it needs to be backup name plus .zip. And so now if we run it, boom, it's uploaded. And if we wanted to pull it back down, so let's take, let's do this. We're going to do the download. Where did I have that? I've got that somewhere back in my history. There we go. So we're going to do it into temp 2. And we are going to download everything into that. So now if we look and we go to temp 2, we can see there is our test backup. Do I have unzip? I do. And it's going to unload it, unzip it here. And we can see now that we've got, our temp/star. We've got it with all of its little stuff. So we have created a backup. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff cleaned up. So we created ourselves a backup we go in, we give it a folder, it's going to back that thing up, and then it's going to unzip those folders for it. And also note from the backup that it came at the at that level. So sometimes if you do tar or something like that, you may run into this. But so here, let's see, that's that archive. It started at that S3 backup level. When I unzipped it, that's where it was at. So if I wanted to recreate it, it would be, I'd have to create that folder, S3 backup, and then I would unzip my files into it, and then boom, we are off and running. So we now have a way to back up our files and store those out in S3. Now, one of the things we probably want to do is we want to look at the ability to, we have download, we have upload, we also want to be able to delete. So we're going to do delete file S3, and that's going to be a file name and a bucket. And now let's take a look at an example for that. So what we're going to do is doing our handy dandy pulling some stuff out of the documentation yet again. What we're going to do is, oops, I want to do this because I don't think I have client error set up. Nope. Oh, I do. Okay, so I can leave that. So delete file S3, we're going to give it a key and a bucket name. So that means, whoa, come on down here. This is going to look very similar to, let's say, upload. So here, if he is delete, then he's going to be delete file S3. We're going to give it a name and a target. And again, like most of these, it's just going to be delete object. So we're going to give it a bucket. We're going to give it a key, which is the file name. Remember, that could be, we're assuming it's a file name in our case, but it could be something else. So then we're going to delete it. So let's go look at our bucket contents first. And let's get rid of test backup. And if we do, let's just run it. So if we do Python 3 bucket, then we've got, so these are the guys we've got. So let's take this one and we're going to get rid of him. Get rid of him first. So what we want to do is our action is delete. The name is that, and the bucket name is this. Which again, we could simplify it, but we'll keep it simple. We'll send that. So now if we do delete, then did it tell us? It didn't really tell us anything useful. Oh, because we quit. So let's get rid of that and that. And now run it. And it's going to say deleted object. Oh, it didn't pull that stuff around properly. Where's deleted? Let's just do this. Whoop. And instead of that, that's going to be key. Do a little bit of fixing here, so we'll just make sure that it brings that in right. It's going to be bucket names. We don't need those. Okay. Whoop, I don't want to spotlight search that. And we'll just keep it here. And this will say could not delete. Couldn't delete object. There we go. Okay. So now if we come back down here and we do our handy dandy list bucket contents, we should not see archived anymore. And we do not. Let's like clean that list up a little bit. Where is list? That's list buckets, list bucket contents. Let's just do, we'll do that. We don't need the object, so we're gonna just do the file key. So if we look, we see we do not have it. Now let's get rid of test backup as well. So if we go to delete, the only thing we need to change here is test backup.zip. And, because I'm still giving my list. Let's actually run it. And now we deleted it from that bucket. And so now if we list it, then now we've only got our one file left. So we have, let's do this. We'll do that. And that just gives us something to work with. So now we have put together quite a few little utilities. We can delete files, we can add files, we can zip stuff up. So we're getting pretty close to our little our archiver type things. We'll do a little more work with that next time around and be able to like put quite a bit into this little script. And now suddenly you've got a nice little backup tool that you can push stuff out to, get it off of your server or your local machine and store it out somewhere else where it's protected. There are much more things we can do with it, but we're going to just go with that for now and give you some good little examples. As always, if you have any questions, shoot us an email at info@developreneur.com. And other than that, go out there and have yourself a great day, great week, and we will talk to you next time. Hello, this is Rob from Developreneur, Building Better Developers, and we have a mastermind class that will be starting, or actually several mastermind classes starting in 2024. Check us out at technologymastermind2024.com. We've got all the information you need, including some pricing, early bird discounts up to 50% off, but those are things that you're going to have to act soon. There is an application process, so go ahead and sign up today. Thanks a lot.